Disney makes live action remakes, whatever, but everyone forgot about the movie Maleficent. That was like one of the first ones they did, and that movie totally was like, hey, we're doing the side story of Maleficent. We're gonna show how she became evil. That movie ended with her becoming like a good guy and taking care of Ella Fanning and killing the king, whatever. And now we have a sequel called Mistress of Evil. So, is this like a sequel, reboot, prequel? Like, I don't know what they're doing with this series. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. From the director of Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tale. It was 2 directors on that movie. One director is only directing this movie. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I saw that he did that movie. I was like, oh, great. Because I hate that movie. Me personally. I don't like that Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So this movie is the sequel to the 2014 successful movie Maleficent. And Angelina Jolie is back as Maleficent, the Mistress of Evil. And like I said in the beginning of this review, the first one totally was like, hey, we are going to do a Maleficent movie. We are going to show her how she became evil. Spoiler alert for the first one, even though I already spoiled it. The first one ended with her turning good. Like, she became a good guy. She took care of Elle Fanning, Sleeping Beauty, all that kind of stuff. And now this movie, basically Elle Fanning is getting older. She's going to marry to the prince who is the mother. The mom is Michelle Pfeiffer. And Michelle Pfeiffer wants this marriage to happen because she's like, hey, fairies and evil witches and magic, F you. We want humans and these things away from each other. And then Maleficent's all like, nope, she's mine. I took care of her. I raised her. But she wants to marry this kid. Maleficent doesn't. We have a war. And we also learn about Maleficent and her backstory. So it sounds like a lot, but I'll say this flat out right now. This director was way better than the other director from Pirates of the Caribbean 5. The movie itself looks great. I mean, there's nothing, the production design, the CGI, the costumes, everything technical in this movie is wonderful. Like, the CGI was really good in some scenes. There was a few moments when she's like, have her wings, she's flying, you can tell she's on like a big string and there's air blowing on her. You can tell a few little times, but for the most part, I mean, everything technical was great. The sound design, the music, the directing was not bad at all. I mean, it was good. There was really exciting action scenes. I gotta give it up. The action scenes in this movie were pretty exciting. Towards the end is where most action happens, like a big battle. But Michelle Pfeiffer, I thought she played a good villain, and this movie actually gave Maleficent more of an evil look to her and give her more to her story. I won't spoil the ending of this movie, but there are a few things I'm like, you've really messed with this anthology series of Maleficent, but again, no spoilers. But I thought Angelina Jolie as Maleficent, I mean, I said in the first movie review, in the first movie, she is great in this role no matter what. The movie itself might not be as good as her performance, but she is amazing as Maleficent. She is. She's amazing. Everything. How she walks, how she talks, everything. Ella Fanning, she was good in this movie. She was serviceable. She was good in the role. She cared for the character. I didn't give a fadoodles about her fiance at all. Again, Michelle Pfeiffer was our main villain, you could say, throughout the movie, and it did bring out more of Maleficent, and we do get a lot of anthology and world building. I loved all that stuff. I thought that stuff was like, wow, we are actually like diving deep, and it kind of got me interested. But my biggest issue with this movie, all the CGI, all the good acting, all the good anthology build-up, the story itself is so just predictable and just so just blah. Like, I mean, the story itself is pretty much she wants this wedding to happen so fairies and magic we can be divided. And it felt like the movie was trying to be something like somewhat political, like somewhat like little bits, but yeah, it is a Disney movie. And then sometimes the jokes were a little kiddish. Sometimes they were funny, and then sometimes they were just like, this is unnecessary. But for the most part, the story is just weak. And these characters, these great performances, you don't care deeply enough for anyone. You care for Maleficent because Angelina Jolie, and there's a lot to her. In this movie, again, like I said, you get a lot more about her. I think one trailer showed something about a certain thing. I won't spoil it because I didn't know this was actually going to happen in the movie, but we do see a lot more about Maleficent and what she came from, what she is, and all that kind of stuff. At the very end, what she is. I liked all that stuff. I just thought the movie itself, the story was so weak. With all this great CGI, this great production design, this great just movie overall, this great overall arc and everything, you give us such a weak story. And it's like, come on, it's so predictable and everything. But overall, Angelina Jolie's performance is almost worth a ticket purchase to go watch this movie. Again, the CGI, the music, the production design, all of it is really good. I'll say this, I liked it a lot more than the first one. First one felt very just meh. Like, it felt like such a, like, what is this? This one gave it more packaging and more to look forward to, and I wish the story was stronger, because if it was, I'd be like, this is a really good sequel, prequel, whatever you want to call it. But I still liked it. I just don't think it was as good as it could have been. I'm going to give Maleficent, Mistress of Evil a high B-. I would say go see it. I would say if people have parents who have kids, I say bring your kids. Kids can enjoy this movie. They can also get like a little scary on certain scenes, but it's okay. It happens. That's what I grew up with, at least. But no, I liked it. I didn't love it, but it was definitely like a good, okay movie. I don't have to watch it again, but it's fine. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.